What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is James. In this video, I want to go over 10 non-clothing essentials that I believe that you should consider by age 30. Right now, I am 32, and these are things that I need, things that are very important to me in my daily routine. Let's get into my first essential. So first essential for me is a good scent. For me, having a good scent is nice because it makes me feel clean, it makes me feel proper when I go to an event for work. I know that everything is locked in, and then if I'm going out to dinner with Victoria, it's important for me to have that as well. The ones that I personally like are this Our Wood. I don't really know much about it. It's something that Victoria picked out for me and she likes it, so that's really important for me. And then I'm using this sample right now of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanilla, which I really like as well. But if you're new to trying to find a scent, there's so many different kind of options that you can go with. My advice to you personally is if you've got a partner, then go on a date. Something that Victoria and I are trying to do in the next couple weeks is there's a place near us called Mars Apothecary, and what we'll do is we're gonna go there and I'm gonna pick a scent that I like for her, and then she's gonna pick a scent for me, and that'll be like their scents for each other, which I think is just super romantic, super intimate. And then we'll obviously grab food afterwards. It's only like a half an hour thing. If you don't have a partner and you're not 100% sure what you should be going with, just try stuff out. I love these. I got this for a gift a couple months ago. This is the Le Labo scent thing. And so what you can do is you can go in there and they'll let you pick a number of scents. So this one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scents, and it's called a Discovery Set. It's really nice to have. This is the Le Labo kind of set that you can use, and it's just kind of fun. Yeah, I got this for my birthday. I definitely recommend kind of a good scent, and I think it just elevates your personal style as well as your overall go-to look. So number 2 on the list is something that I consider extremely important. I didn't start doing it until I was in my later 20s, but it's something that I do every single day. It's extremely important to me, and that is a skincare routine. With a skincare routine, there's so many different options that you can go to. I mean, if you ever walk into a skincare place, it is completely overwhelming and there's just so many things to choose from. For me, I like to keep it super basic and just super easy. I use a face wash and a moisturizer. So every morning and every night I wash my face. Most of the time I'm doing it in the shower. Some people will do it outside. I always end up just getting the whole entire bathroom just soaked, so I try not to do it. And then every morning I use a moisturizer or something with SPF 30. The things that I've been using, and I've been using these for years, right near me there's a store called Cowboys and Astronauts, and they have products called Malin and Gots, I believe it's called. And the 2 things that I use the grapefruit face cleanser, and then I use the vitamin E moisturizer. So those are just super basic, super easy. Your boy is pale, so I need something to clear my skin and then also protect it from the sun. You want to age well and you want to look good for years to come, and you want to look put together. A clean face and then a good scent are really just things that I think from a personal style and then from becoming more of an adult and just kind of figuring yourself out is a huge step in that right direction, and I think it's something that is super important for personal hygiene and just life in general. Next is going to be something that, for me, it's something to definitely consider as you get older. For me, that's nice luggage and or a weekender bag. For me, nothing is more awkward than going somewhere and not having the proper luggage for it. I personally use an Away Luggage carry-on, and then I have a Rains kind of duffel bag. Those are both weekender-esque stuff, and I can use them for much longer than that. I'm not super big in these big luggages where you're going to be using, the mediums or the larges, just because I like to pack light, and then I like things that, just look clean while you're walking through the airport. Also, the weird thing about it is if you have good luggage, I know this is such a weird thing. When Victoria and I were first dating, I had really cheap luggage, very, very cheap, just crappy luggage that was broken wheel and everything. I think I got it for my 20th birthday or when I was moving out to Chicago. I don't remember exactly. We were traveling and I just had to carry it basically the whole entire time. It was miserable. When you're going through an airport or you're going somewhere with luggage that rolls well, I can tell you right now it is night and day different. And luggage doesn't have to be expensive. Just get something that's quality and that's gonna last. I personally like Away. There's a million different versions that I think you can use, but nice luggage just will elevate you from a personal level and just make your traveling so much easier. So number 4 on the list is something that I think you should have. I understand that not a lot of people probably have it or even need it, but something to consider, a passport. A passport to me, even if you're not going internationally, you're not traveling, it's nice to have as just a backup. I use my passport when I'm going to a new job. They scan it and that counts as 2 forms of ID. Victoria and I just recently went to joint bank accounts. So with our bank account now, I walked into the bank and they asked for 2 forms of ID, and my passport and my license were perfect for that. Just things like that I think make my life a lot easier. And if I do go international, or if there's a wedding, we're all getting into the point where there's weddings everywhere and everyone's doing these smaller weddings that are outside of the States, in Mexico, this, that. It's just something to have that is super easy. It doesn't take a long time to get, and I highly recommend it. So number 5 on my list, this is something that I think you should start considering, and that is a nice wallet. For me, I use a Monteblanc card holder. A nice wallet elevates everything. So obviously I'm a fashion guy. This is those little things that carry so much farther. Like when you pull out a nice wallet and you show somebody your ID or you do that, it just makes everything so much cleaner and so much more elegant. Wallets don't have to be expensive, right? You can go to Walmart or you can go to Macy's and get like a $25 leather thin card holder, and that's gonna look so much more elegant than that big trifold wallet. 90% of the stuff that I had in my big like trifold or bifold wallet was completely useless. I don't need a lot of things to do my daily stuff. Granted, if I'm going to the dentist, I have to take my card from my safe, I put it into my wallet, but it's not something that I need to carry on a daily basis. So for me, shrink the wallet, get something that's leather or even canvas if you want. Nothing Velcro and nothing huge. Make it so it can fit in your front pocket or even just like slightly in your back pocket. A nice wallet is definitely top of your list. That's number 5. So number 6 is something that is 100% your mileage may vary. I'm not going to try to get into like why or what or how you should do this, but to me that is a credit card or a debit card. I understand that some people have different opportunities with credit. Like people have been started different situations, so maybe they're afraid of credit, and I think that's completely respectable. But a debit card is also something to just have. We're at a point in our lives where just paying in cash for everything is just not gonna cut it. If you ever had to rent a car, or if you ever need to go to a gym and have a gym membership, like a debit card or a credit card is just something that is just so important to have in your daily life, because so many places, especially with COVID, are not going to allow you to use just cash. The debit card or credit card is just something that is so important for daily things. I use a thing for credit building that I think is easy and awesome. Just go get a starter credit card. I recommend either Chase or Capital One from a personal level. If Chase for me is the number 1, and then Capital One would probably be number 2. And buy the credit card, just keep it in your drawer. Use a subscription. So if you have Netflix or if you have Apple One subscription, put that on your card every month and then just have auto pay. So just like $15 a month on your credit card, and then just have that auto paid and never touch your credit card. That's gonna build crazy good credit and you'll be in a really great place. Something to consider. So number 7 on this list, this is something that's super important to me. I need to use it every single day, and those are glasses and or sunglasses. So I wear glasses every day, but for me personally, that's a thing that just, again, another step up to elevating your personal style and really elevates everything. So nothing is, to me, is like more weird when you see somebody like dressed immaculate and they've got a beautiful suit on, they've got this on, they're wearing like the coolest, raddest clothes, and then their glasses are like you buy them at a gas station. You can get really nice glasses for like 25, 30 bucks that are gonna match your personal style and that are gonna be good quality. Like look for like UV and blue light protection. The glasses I wear are mostly transitions. So these are my Sheridan. I'm sure you've seen these a million times. And then I like to use a brown pair. These are my Julian. These are like, I have a brown pair that is transitions into green lenses, and then I have a black pair that are gray lenses. I think personally, a nice pair of glasses just elevates everything. It makes you look so much cleaner, it makes you look so much more refined, and it just adds everything. People see your face more than they see your shoes and more than they see anything else. So something to think about and super important. And at this point in your life, at 30 years old, like if you're still losing glasses, then maybe have a nice pair that you wear on date night and then just a beater pair that you throw away or keep in the car. Something to think about. So number 8 on this list is something that's important to me and also non-negotiable, and that is linens or bedding. Linens and bedding are, to me, non-negotiable. When you go into somebody's bathroom and they've got like dirty towels and stuff like this, especially at 30 years old, it makes you kind of think like, what is going on? Again, I understand that if you are an MD or you're working towards a goal and you've been in school for the last 8 years, then maybe that's a different situation. They should at least be clean. And if you have roommates, obviously you can't control what they do and what's at your house and everything like that, but you can control your bed. Make sure it's clean. Make sure everything is tidy. Make sure that your bed is made. If you ever have a girl over or you're going to a friend's house and like you run into their like private bathroom, or they're like, you have to go through their bedroom to go into their bathroom, I hope your bed is made. I hope your linens are clean, because that's just something that is just cleanliness. Again, like it's going to make your skin better. First of all, it's going to make you sleep nicer, and it's a routine that at this point in your life you should have locked in and figured out. Again, something super important to me, something to consider, and then moving on from that. Number 9 on this is knowing what like your drink is. And a drink can mean anything. If you're a soda guy and you're not drinking alcohol, then your friends should know to order yada yada a Coke. When you go to a bar, you're going to a dive bar or just like a crappy restaurant, I'll take a Coke, or I'll take a Miller Lite or something like that. But for me personally, like I like a local IPA. If it's local, then it's probably a Daisy Cutter or something like that. And then if I'm doing something fancy, I would do probably a Manhattan. If I'm not doing alcohol at all, I don't drink a huge amount. There's days where you go out and you have cocktails, and then there's days where you're like, you know what, I got stuff to do tomorrow. I'll do water with a lime or sparkling water with a lime. I'm a sparkling water person. Victoria is definitely not. She calls it fake soda. One of my colleagues doesn't drink alcohol. He gets a virgin mojito. We go out to a dinner and he runs to the bathroom and they're gonna order like, what can I get like quick for him? And I get him a virgin mojito. Like that's the thing. My other coworker, she's a Chardonnay person, so we always get her Chardonnay. But those are things that I think you should start considering. What is your drink that if your partner goes out to dinner, what can they order for you while you're in the bathroom? That to me, number 9 is definitely something to start thinking about. Number 10 on the list at your 30, I think is something that's kind of important, and that's how to cook a good meal. It doesn't need to be fancy. I mean, in my vlog, I did eggs and toast. That's something that you can do, but I would even think to yourself, maybe something a bit more elevated. Victoria knows that like I'm good at making burgers. I'm good at doing some steaks. She's good at veggies, so she always does the veggies. But like if I needed to surprise her with like a good meal, or if I'm going on a date and I'm cooking for someone, like you should know how to cook at least 1 or 2 good meals at this point. You don't always have to be ordering pizza, and you don't always have to be microwaving everything. The day that if you want to like treat yourself to something really nice, I personally like to go and do like steak, potatoes, and then asparagus, right? So I'll run to the store, I'll cook a steak. I know how to cook a steak to the measurements that I like. Could be if you're vegan or you're not doing meat, you could just do something with veggies, or you could do an eggplant parmesan or like pasta or something along those lines. Those are just things to me that at this point in your life, you should have a little bit of figuring out. A good meal and how to cook something for your partner is something that I think is just so intimate, just like a nice scent, just like making sure that your skin is clean. These are all things that are just important to me, and things that I think by 30 years old, you're starting to refine yourself and understanding. But those are my top 10. I understand that not everything is for everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you disagree with something, or you think should add something or take away something, let me know in the comments below. But thank you for coming, everyone. You have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.